Are you looking to change careers? Well, did you know that November and December are the best months to do a new job search? And I'm joined by the expert recruiter guy, Bill Humbert. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Maddie. How are you today?
I'm wonderful. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us and always give us the best information. Now let's talk about why November and December are the best months to look for that new job.
I sit in a very interesting seat with 40 plus years of recruiting experience and 26 plus years of career coaching experience. I know where both companies go wrong in their recruiting processes and also where candidates go wrong during their career search. And many candidates take off the months of November and December thinking nobody's going to hire during that time. And in some ways, they're right, because in November, companies are in the middle of their uh, process of getting the insurance all taken care of, and HR is just not interested and doesn't have the time to recruit. However, many of the best qualified candidates that I went after during the holidays were hired during November and December.
Now, why is that?
It's something it's hard to understand until I lay it out for you. There are three top reasons why the best qualified candidates are hired during the holiday season. Number one, for the companies and for the candidates' sake, fewer people are looking during that time, so they can really not have to deal with all the weeds and they can go right to the best people and go after them right away and get them interviewed. Number two, companies by now have their budget set for the next year. So they know who they can hire in the first quarter. So those managers can say, okay, I'm going to start recruiting now instead of waiting until everybody else starts to recruit in January. And then the third reason is kind of cool. Except for those Ebenezer Scrooges out there, most everybody is, warm and fuzzy during the holiday season. So it's much easier to network.
And then, of course, why are the best managers actively hiring during the holiday seasons?
I touched on that very, very briefly, but let's go into a little detail. The best managers do not wait for HR. They go out and they start networking in their network and start looking for the best people because they know they can interview them in December and November, extend an offer in December, and then start the candidate during the new budget year. So it doesn't hit their budget for this year, it just hits them in a new budget. And most importantly, they're taking that person off the street and they're getting them all set up. And they can just say to that person, hey, look, enjoy the holidays and I'll see you in January. And people love that.
People do love that. Now, what's a job seeker's suggested first steps as they're moving forward into looking for that new career?
So for the job seekers, their first step needs to be make sure that their resume is up to date and it has the words in it. I call it speaking the company's language. So companies have their own descriptions for the work that they want done, and candidates sometimes have other words that describe the same thing. We'll just simply switch those words so that your words mirror the company's words. And now the managers, when they're looking at your resume, they're going, this person speaks our language. This is great. So that's number one. Number two is to get out and network like crazy. Again, most people are feeling warm and fuzzy. Get out there and talk to them. Who do you know? Who do you feel I should talk to next? Don't ask are you aware of any jobs? Don't ask that question. It's more important to ask, who do you feel I should network with or I should speak with next? And then finally, by networking, make sure you track who it is that you're receiving leads from. and go backwards once you've accepted the job through those network links and thank each one of those people. And that way you will get help faster the next time because they know you're thanking them for helping them this time.
And then, of course, Bill, you have a great book that you recently published that gives people so many ideas, negotiation points, whether it's for a salary or benefits. And so, where can people find your book?
So my book, Expect Success, The Science of the Over 50 Career Search, in the 5-star review, Joe Wysinski of Reader's Favorites Book Reviews and Award Contest, he said, you don't have to be 50 to use this book. I wish I had it 3 years ago when I was doing my search. And what I tell people is my 2 primary English professors from college, when they found out, they're up in heaven. And when they found out that I wrote a book that got a 5-star review, they said, Humbert got a 5-star review on a book? So it's a great book, and I use my recruiting knowledge to help candidates in a step-by-step basis to find their next position. And you can find it at the big bookstores like Barnes and Noble, but you can also find it through Amazon and independent bookstores. And I love to support independent bookstores.
Which is so incredible, Bill. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us and giving us all this great information. Now, if someone would like you to look over their resume, what's the best way for job seekers to get in contact?
It's very easy. Go to RecruiterGUy.com, and there's a red banner that says Contact Bill. Just click on that and find a time in your calendar and my calendar that we can chat, and I'd be happy to chat with them.
Bill, again, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us and always giving us all of this wonderful information.
Thank you, Maddie. It was great to be here.
Make sure if you're looking for a new job that you take the months of November and December to your advantage and use all of these great tips and tricks that Bill just gave us. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so don't go anywhere.